Drivers, irons, putters, wedges, balls, shoes, clothing, training aids, everything that's new for 2014 today on Score Golf.
This is Score Golf, the voice of Canadian golf. Score Golf is brought to you by TaylorMade, the #1 driver in golf. Molson Canadian 67, the official beer of the PGA of Canada and the RBC Canadian Open. Tourism Prince Edward Island. Come for the golf, stay for the party.
Hello Canada and welcome to sunny Florida. We're in Orlando this week for the annual PGA Merchandise Show. Now this is the big gathering of the golf industry where all the new equipment is unveiled, and some of it of course is tried and tested and true, and some of the big names are here, the Titleists and the TaylorMades and the Nikes and the Pings. And there are also some dreamers out there who are hoping that their product will be the next big thing in golf. We're going to show you everything we can today. It's a jam-packed hour. We're also going to give you some advice about how to assemble your game and how to make sure that you have the right equipment to play your best golf this year. It is a busy show, so let's get things started.
Shoes, balls, bags, drivers, hats, and golf touring stars have endorsement deals with all of these categories. Using stars as walking billboards for product is nothing new. In the past few decades, the sporting world has been flooded with endorsement deals. One could argue it all started with Michael Jordan and his Nike deal that helped the Portland-based manufacturer become a worldwide phenomenon, as everybody wanted to be like Mike.
Gotta be the shoes! 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 You sure it's not the shoes?
I'm sure, Mark.
Since then, we've seen the likes of LeBron James, Lionel Messi, and Tiger Woods sign massive contracts with manufacturers to wear and use their gear on the playing fields. There is no question that having star power as the face of a brand is a powerful marketing tool for all manufacturers.
Choosing the kind of player that you want to be associated with is easy. We obviously look to the, on the top of the official world golf rankings because those players are typically more impactful. But even amongst the top 20 players, there's dynamic players that find a way through their personality to relate to consumers and have consumers relate to them. And there's golfers that that don't really resonate so much.
For golfers, it's a hefty payday, albeit a rare one, to sign a head-to-toe deal with one manufacturer. And the most notable deal of that kind is Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy's Nike deal, which cost them reportedly anywhere from $30 to $40 million a year combined. Phil Mickelson's deal with Callaway is rumored to be around $4 million a year. Those three players likely make up for the richest sponsorship deals on tour. Manufacturers definitely understand the power that top talent has on consumer purchase decisions.
As we think about our Nike athletes, there's a profile we look for. Number one, we look for somebody who wants to win, who can win, who wants to be a dominant player out there. Then we look for brand fit. And people that we found, a lot of people we've signed have been passionate about the brand because they've seen it in other sports or they've been introduced to us as they've gotten into golf. So there's certainly a Nike fit that makes sense, and we're very selective in how we team and look for athletes to join our stable.
Every brand seems to have their stars aligned to promote their product. TaylorMade's lineup of popular personalities includes Dustin Johnson, Jason Day, Brandt Snedeker, Justin Rose, Sergio Garcia, and others.
A player like Sergio Garcia has never won a major championship, and some people are frustrated by Sergio's, sometimes he says the wrong thing, but I think people love Sergio because he loves the game, and he has a boyish enthusiasm about his game and about the game of golf. Dustin Johnson, a bit of an enigma, crazy, physically talented, and people are kind of watching that and seeing the incredible physical talent he has, and are wondering when he's going to, have that mental resolve to break through in major championships. So we like to surround ourselves with people that really connect and really resonate with golf consumers and that can inspire golf consumers.
Meanwhile, Adams Golf, now owned by TaylorMade Adidas, picked up Ernie Els after his contract with Callaway wasn't renewed, and the Big Easy seemed ecstatic about returning to the manufacturer whose clubs he played to win the 1997 U.S. Open and the 2002 Open Championship.
These guys are so excited to have new product.
and pushing hard with their irons, playing the XTD irons, and I've got the Yes putter and playing the tailor-made ball. So it's a whole new ball game for me, but I'm really enjoying that and looking forward to the future.
While every brand hopes to pin the sale of their gear on the success of their touring staff, Cobra has a different angle. The popularity of its brand can be pinned on one of the tour's youngest stars, a guy that has made sporting bright orange on the course a cool look for youngsters, Ricky Fowler.
What he has is what we're looking for in all of our tour ambassadors, is that world-class performance fused with a style and attitude and a swagger really that sets them apart from the pack. So we don't have the most players on tour. The ones that we do have, we engage with pretty regularly.
It's amazing what one player can do to lift the value of a brand in the eyes of the consumer. Echo Shoes was essentially a non-factor in the golf world even just a few years ago. But one afternoon of Freddie Couples wearing the street shoes at the Masters changed all that. Now the likes of Ernie Els and Graham McDowell have exclusive shoe deals with the Danish manufacturer.
I can wear them right out of the box, and they do a nice job. I mean, all the way through to the street shoe, which Echo really put on the map, really, if you like. You know, a lot of companies have followed suit, but you know, Echo were certainly groundbreaking from the point of view of their street shoe, and the technology continues to get better and better. You know, the Biome Hybrid that we're wearing today, you know, obviously with a slightly more stable sole. They've really improved the shank through the middle of the sole to really help the player be more stable through impact, and you know, they're the cutting edge of shoe technology in the world these days.
The reality of it all is that to play great golf, you need great gear. PGA Tour stars aren't signing million-dollar manufacturing deals just for the money. They're picking the best gear for their game that's going to help them win as many starts as possible. With so many options out there for your weekend warriors to choose from, it's hard to figure out which is best for you. You could choose which feels best in your hands, or you can pick gear that might just help you be like Mike, or in the case of golf, like Tiger or Rory or Lefty. The choice is yours. New on the iron front are Callaway's Apex irons. These irons shatter the long-held belief that forged clubs can't produce high ball speeds. They have a forged carbon steel body for feel, with a carpenter steel face insert welded on to increase ball speeds, and a deep undercut cavity back that aids forgiveness. Adams is also bringing its irons to the forefront this year with its new XTD irons. They're all about keeping the ball straight. Featuring the industry's first cross-cavity design, these irons keep poorly hit shots on their proper path because the center of gravity was moved off the face. This generates an effect typically found in fairway woods and hybrids that adds corrective spin to straighten out the ball. The company's cut-through slot technology is integrated in the sole to help players get the ball airborne. In a word, tungsten. That's what drives these cool-looking Cobra BioCell Plus irons. They have a compact head shape and a perimeter undercut design. The long and mid irons use tungsten weights in the heel and toe for stability and more ball speed. In the short irons, the weights are directly behind the hitting area for feel and consistency. The JPX EZs are a very different model for Mizuno, one that those looking for a game improvement club will welcome. Slightly offset with technologies that allow players to hit the ball higher and farther, the big surprise is that it's forged. The feel, therefore, is exceptional and rare in this type of game improvement club. The JPX EZ is clean looking and encourages players to get a little more aggressive with their shot selection, knowing they don't have to make a perfect strike for the desired outcome. Nike brings out the VRS Covert 2.0 iron, an attractive iron featuring a larger cavity in the back than their last version. This allows more mass to move to the perimeter of the club. The result is an increased trampoline effect on the face and more ball speed. The next core face also helps out on those shots that aren't hit perfectly on the center of the club face. Ping built off the success of its S56 iron with these sleek-looking S55s that include several enhancements to the player's iron. This includes a thinner face and better pre-shot alignment aids that increase forgiveness and help golfers work the ball. The custom tuning port is larger and sits lower in the club, meaning a higher launch for more distance. Players also commented on the softer feel of the clubs, and a number of tour pros such as Masters champ Bubba Watson put them into play immediately. That's the first time since 2004, by the way, that Watson has switched irons. Titleist has taken its best irons and improved them with the 714 versions of the AP1 and AP2 lines. Both clubs have been engineered to deliver better control of trajectory and distance. Through a progressive center of gravity height in the irons, Titleist has created higher launching long irons and flatter short irons. Much of this was done with the insertion of tungsten weights. The AP1s for the aspiring player have progressive blade lengths, top lines, and sole widths, while the AP2s for the better player have progressive weighting, face thickness, and sole widths. Finally, the Speed Blade irons. The Speed Pocket that first debuted in TaylorMade's Rocket Blades iron has been improved in this new set of irons by lengthening and widening it. The Speed Pocket is a thin slot in the sole of the 3 to 7 irons that enables a larger area of the face to flex and rebound at impact. This makes the ball kick out faster and with a higher launch angle. According to TaylorMade, most amateur golfers don't launch the ball high enough, and this alleviates that problem, meaning longer shots that land soft. Have you adjusted your game to adjustable drivers? It may be time to do so, and we'll tell you why right after this break. Then later, we'll take a look at some retro product lines making a comeback.
One of the great advancements over the last few years in golf club design has been adjustability, the way you can dial in the loft and the lie of a particular club to suit your game. But has it gone a little bit too far, and are consumers confused? Let's take a look.
Fix your slice, heighten your ball flight, reduce your spin, increase your distance. The list of improvements that an adjustable driver can make on your game is endless. In today's market, adjustable golf clubs are all the rage. Every major manufacturer has an adjustable driver on the market that promises to take your driving game to another level. No doubt about it, the adjustable driver is here to stay. And the concept is not that new. Just turn back the page a decade to June 2004, when Sergio Garcia won the Buick Classic using TaylorMade's first adjustable driver, the R7 Quad. It was a revolutionary product that introduced movable weight technology.
We started to introduce movable weight in 2004 with the R7 series, when you had 4 movable weight. And then 4 or 5 years after, we introduced the movable loft with the sleeve. And to your point is, it took us a couple of more years to design a new movable system with the SLDR, which actually was able to move the weight more front and low like we needed to. But in a decade, we've seen the first and a strong evolution of the movable weight and a radical offering through the loft sleeve.
Now every bag on tour has an adjustable driver in it. Lofts can be adjusted, lie angles can be adjusted, face angles can be adjusted. Fitters can swap shafts and heads in and out in a matter of seconds. There is so much going on and so many different options available that maybe, just maybe, it's becoming a little overwhelming for regular Joes like you and I. When a driver can be tuned more than 150 ways, perhaps the industry is complicating the game for weekend warriors.
Consumers can quickly get bamboozled out there with the amount of options, and I think we're trying to keep it really simple. If you look at our adjustable loft or MyFly 8 technology, the lofts are in the window. It's really easy, to explain to the consumer. SmartPad keeps the square face without, a separate adjustment. So we try to be the company with the brands that keep our messaging extremely simple for the consumer.
Some systems are extremely complex. We want to make ours simple and some that really works. And I mean, the problem with some of them, they try too great a range of adjustability, and when you're moving 2 or 3 degrees, that affects where the center of gravity is at impact, that type of thing. So it has other different fallouts. We're not willing to go that far and affect the performance of the club.
And while manufacturers understand that information overload can unnerve golfers, don't expect adjustability to fade away into the sunset.
Simplicity is key in any kind of adjustable club. The consumer also wants to trust you. They want to trust, if they're going to vote on you with their dollars, that they're getting something that they can believe in, that you stand behind. When they purchase your product and they're showing up on that tee with that driver, that this is the very best product you can make right now, and we owe that to the consumer.
If anything, adjustability has become more and more of a selling feature to golfers and an attractive piece of hardware for tour players. Consider this. At last year's President's Cup, Callaway golf staffer Phil Mickelson showed up with a TaylorMade SLDR in his bag. And although Lefty is now back to a Callaway Big Stick, using the company's new and revolutionary Big Bertha Alpha, the SLDR is still the leading driver on the market. And why not? The technology is easy to use and simple to understand.
So the SLDR driver actually has been designed to move the weight low and forwards, closer to the face and lower to the sole, in order to really project the center of gravity in a position towards the face where most of the shots are delivering lower spin and higher launch. And by lofting up, actually we're tapping into this reservoir, this buffer of spin, if you want to, in order to really increase the trajectory.
Ultimately, adjustable drivers and fairway metals are permanent fixtures in the equipment world. And although the technology can seem overwhelming at times, if you're still a holdout, the time for you to adjust your game to adjustability is now.
There's no better feeling in golf than when you hit a long, straight drive. So let's take a look at this year's new drivers. Perhaps the hottest new driver this year is the SLDR from TaylorMade. It's moved the center of gravity low and forward in the club, a radical change that allows players to hit higher lofts, leading to longer drives. As the company says, loft up. As well, a sliding weight on the club sole can be used to fine-tune the shot shape and deliver shots that hit the fairway more often. The JetSpeed Speed Pocket is engineered to minimize added spin, meaning when you hit off center, you'll still get the distance needed. It's the first driver to incorporate TaylorMade's renowned Speed Pocket technology, and all elements of this club promote extreme velocity, swing speed, club head speed, and ball speed. Another upside to this club is that the dirt won't get caught in this Speed Pocket as with previous models. It's filled with polymer, which also absorbs unwanted vibration while allowing the face to flex. Callaway has revived the successful Big Bertha name this year, with the Big Bertha and the Big Bertha Alpha. The Alpha allows you to alter the vertical center of gravity with the Alpha Core. What does that mean? Well, it means that you can adjust the setting to rid the ball of unwanted spin independent of launch angle. Along with the adjustable hosel, movable weights, and hyperspeed face that creates more ball speed, this club is worthy of carrying the Big Bertha name. The updated version of Nike's cavity back driver, the VRS Covert 2.0, has fly brace technology borrowed from the automotive industry, which attaches the sole to the crown. That means the back of the club has stiffened, which results in more energy transfer to the face on impact. The payoff? Longer drives. The club is also fully adjustable to dial into your swing. Ping's I-25 driver provides a club that reduces spin and is easy to align. The club features an adjustable head that can be perfectly tuned for your swing. As well, we love the cool racing stripes on the crown that makes lining up much easier. This year's Titleist driver has been updated in many ways. However, the SureFit Tour hosel, which allows for independent loft and lie adjustments, remains the same on both the 913 D2 and D3. A rear weight has improved the club, while a new high-speed forged face insert makes sure the ball comes off hot even on mishits. As with any Titleist club, what's really cool is the great look, sound, and feel that adds to the enjoyment of hitting it. The Cleveland 588 Custom can be tuned with precision adjustability, including the loft, lie, and face angle, and also by use of an adjustable weight in the back of the sole. Its 460cc titanium club head will aid you in getting the distance and accuracy you need off the tee. This club is designed to help create a high penetrating flight for game improvement to advanced players. Claiming to feature the hottest face in golf, Adams XTD driver sends golf balls roaring off the tee. The company's unique cut-through slot technology improves the way the face flexes at impact to help off-center hits. This expands the sweet spot for maximum ball speed, even if you don't always hit it square. Last but not least is for those who like the flashy stuff. Cobra's BioCell driver, which is available in numerous colors, including Ricky Fowler Orange, may be the coolest looking club on the market. The easy-to-use MyFly 8 adjustability feature has 8 loft settings to choose from. The new offering from Cobra has an advanced multi-material construction with the top made of lightweight linoleum and a forged face insert. Those help to optimize the location of the center of gravity and reduce twisting on impact. Translated, that means better ball flight and more stability on off-center hits. Coming up, we're going to give you a rundown of everything you need to know about wedges.
Not an easy shot here to get up and down.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Jordan Spieth, how about that birdie at the last?
They're called scoring clubs for a reason, and the pros make hitting them look easy. But as the PGA Tour slogan goes, these guys are good. Tour pros are also smart and strategic. They know that quantity is as important as quality when it comes to wedges. Gapping and grooves, lies and lofts, it all matters. And the best in the world like to have all bases covered. But what about us amateurs? How many wedges do we need to carry? Who better to ask than Phil Mickelson's short game coach, Dave Pells.
With the modern game, with greens getting faster, the more greens you miss, fundamentally, and the faster the greens, the more wedges you need. I think every amateur needs 4. Phil Mickelson has 5 wedges, and he just knows the importance of the short game.
Other experts and touring pros concur.
Probably around 4 or 5, I would say. You know, the wedges, especially for an amateur, around the greens is most important. You know, they're not going to hit too many hybrids, or they're going to be around close to the greens a lot more than what they are from, say, 200 to 250 yards out.
I really feel like they don't really need 4 or 5 irons. You know, they certainly hybrids really help them a lot. We score around the greens, so it's important for all of us to have extra wedges.
For most people, it's more important to have a couple of wedges, maybe 3, than having a 2-iron or a 4-iron or even an extra rescue, because you're going to make more difference in your score with wedges than you are with a rescue.
Most agree that all golfers, regardless of skill level, need 3 or 4 wedges. The reason is to ensure distance gaps are covered. All wedges are designed for a maximum yardage, and you'll want the flexibility each provides when it matters most.
It's simple, but it's complicated. So basically I have a lob wedge that's 60 degrees, I have a gap wedge 54, and then I go down to 46 for a pitching wedge. So I have a big gap there because I'm not long enough to not have a 5-wood or a red hybrid or some kind of longer club in my bag.
If I had any gaps, I'd rather see the gaps in, I call it, in the higher end. You can close those up a little bit. But with wedges, I like it 4 degrees is optimum, because you want your distance, and how often do you swing a wedge at full? It's a 3/4, it's all touchy-feely shot. Distance doesn't mean anything. It's hitting that number that means something. That's what you're trying to do.
You've got to have wedges that cover the gaps. You don't want any big gaps, especially in that part of the game, because you get a lot of wedge shots. Doesn't matter the level of play. You get a lot of times you've got to hit a sound wedge or a pitching wedge in a round of golf. So try and cover those gaps. And my biggest thing, learn your yardages, learn how far you hit those clubs, and if you do that, you'll be saving shots.
It's nice to have a bunch of shiny scoring weapons in your holster, but it takes plenty of practice to be as precise as these guys. Amateurs need to try multiple lies and distances on the range in order to keep their short game sharp.
The short game is the most important part, and really if people can have more fun with it, because there's more things you can do with the wedge. You don't have to swing hard. You don't have to be really strong to be a good wedge player. And you can stand there and learn how to hit different shots and take advantage of these wedges and what they now do. Yeah, you have to practice. The wedge game doesn't beat you up practicing, and it has a lot of value to your full swing because it's teaching you how to control spin and trajectory with these clubs when you're not swinging hard. So, you know, it has a lot of benefits by using and practicing these.
Wedge play is perhaps the most underappreciated part of golf, but you've just been educated, so stop overlooking it.
No matter how long and straight you hit it, you can always save some strokes near the green with your wedges. Finding clubs you're comfortable hitting and like the look of can really impact your scorecard. So let's take a look at some of the new offerings for 2014. We start with Callaway, which teamed up with legendary designer Roger Cleveland to bring you its new set of Mac Daddy 2 wedges, a line forged from soft carbon steel to give great feel on those touch shots around the greens. The clubs have very large but still conforming grooves that lead to improved spin. In addition, laser milled micro grooves on its face create a roughness that grabs the ball even more. Available in a variety of lofts, varying bounces, and in 2 different finishes, slate and chrome. Also available in multiple lofts and finishes are the new Tour Trusty wedges by Cobra. They can be used in a wide variety of situations thanks to the cool K-grind sole, making them perfect for all sorts of rough and sand shots. The surface roughness has been increased from the regular Trusty, providing more spin to bail you out of trouble, and the grooves have been made 15% wider and deeper. And if you're a big fan of grooves, you'll also love Cleveland's new 588 RTX wedges with grooves that are 16% larger. Available in either cavity back or muscle back, these wedges offer a directionally milled face. This improves shots from long, rough, or wet conditions. Roughness is also added to these wedges to add more spin on open-face shots where impact is traditionally closer to the toe. A focus on the toe is what you'll get with Nike's X3X wedges. This line is headlined by toe sweep technology that features an innovative and dramatic sole. The design team has taken material away from the heel area and put a wider sole near the toe for versatility around the greens, and also makes it easier to get it out of the sand. The X3X groove technology allows plenty of spin on the ball for control around the greens. You'll be able to max out spin with this year's Mizuno wedges, which contain the company's patented quad-cut grooves. The JPX wedges were designed for the mid to high handicapper specifically. Forgiveness is provided through a cavity back design and a wider sole that makes for more effective bounce. What's cool about these wedges, though, is that even with the cavity, they look sleek and compact to the player's eye at address. Another sleek design is the always popular Vokey wedge from Titleist. When it comes to wedge design, it's hard to say anyone is more passionate than the Canadian Bob Vokey. This year's Titleist top-of-the-line wedge brings the new SM5 used by players such as Adam Scott and Masters runner-up Jordan Spieth. The spin-milled wedges have new, deeper TX3 grooves and come in a wide array of bounce options as well as different shapes. These combine to produce more spin on more types of shots, whether out of the sand, long grass, or on fairways. Speaking of bounce, you won't find one on the ATV wedges by TaylorMade. That's because this sole takes on a different bounce depending on how it's positioned. That's how it got its name, all-terrain versatility. It's designed to handle any lie and any shot type. Visually, the ATV sole is slightly convex, meaning it bows inward instead of outward, giving significant relief at the toe and heel. As with all clubs, it's definitely a good idea to test out different wedges in different situations to find which ones best fit your game. The Big Bertha and the Trusty Rusty, two retro products revived for today's golfers. We'll give you a lowdown about them and a few other products making comebacks, then later we'll review all the new shoes for 2014.
Well, the phrase "everything old is new again" holds true in 2014 in the golf business, as a number of old familiar names have made a return, this time with a very different look.
Innovation leads the way in golf club design. Adjustability, launch angle, weight distribution, lower spin rate, faster ball speed. There are so many factors with today's clubs. Products come and go, and they get bigger and better each year. But this year, a new marketing trend has emerged, and it's taking us back in time. 1991 saw arguably the biggest change to the driver when Callaway released the Big Bertha. It was made of stainless steel, had a bigger club head, and therefore the biggest sweet spot of any big stick on the market. It was a game changer. Callaway continued with the Big Bertha name until the Big Bertha Diablo in 2009, at which time the brand petered out. But Callaway has brought back Big Bertha this year with two new models, the Big Bertha and the Big Bertha Alpha.
The Big Bertha and the Great Big Bertha were the best, most innovative drivers in our generations. It's one of the greatest brands in the history of golf, right? But you also have to do it in the right way, so you've got to bring something that's worthy of it. Just stamping Big Bertha on a normal titanium driver and believing that that's going to move the needle in the marketplace, you're kidding yourself, and you might actually do damage.
The Berthas have a bit more technology than they used to, such as an adjustable gravity core, movable weights, loft adjustments, and a club face that's sweeter than ever. And if you think that Callaway is the only company dipping back into the past, think again. The Trusty Rusty also hit the golf scene in the 90s when Cobra noticed that tour pros would grind the chrome off their wedges so they would rust over time, a move which enhanced feel. And so the unplated Cobra wedge, designed to rust, was born. Cobra never expanded much into the wedge industry due to competition with companies that were considered the heavyweights in that category. But having expanded its presence under new owner Puma, Cobra's Trusty Rusty is back and ready to compete. But don't be fooled. While successful attributes were used from the original model, new technology makes this club belong among the top tier of wedges. However, the name is certainly a marketing strategy.
I think when you go back into the closet, if you will, you're looking for names that resonate with consumers, and we just got a lot of feedback, positive feedback to the Trusty Rusty. A lot of tour players that had used it, they were looking for Cobra wedges, and so it was kind of a natural extension as we got into business development mode to expand the line. And we actually had a lot of the same team that had developed the original Trusty Rusty still in the company.
Ricky Fowler is one tour pro that is trusting the Rust this year on the PGA Tour. While TaylorMade is known for having the #1 driver in golf, Adams Golf won't be touching its parent company's driver success. Rather, it will try to own a different aspect of the game by bringing back its seminal Tight Lies line.
We're going to take the position of owning the second shot, which is tied into our heritage, which is the hybrid, Tight Lies, and our integrated sets, irons and hybrids combination sets. There wasn't a lot of debate or pushback on whether we should or not. We had technology that would allow us to produce a club that was much hotter, if you will, that had much better playing characteristics than the old one, while utilizing the technology that the original Tight Lies had, which is kind of the upside down club, and which helps the ball get up in the air and forward easier.
Adams added Ernie Els to its staff this year to help promote its position on tour and ideally its bottom line. TaylorMade dug back into its history a few years ago when the company brought back the Burner name, which was also widely popular in the 1990s. Recycling a product name may seem like the easy way out, but according to TaylorMade president John Kawaja, familiarity among consumers is vital.
Consumers like to feel comfortable with a product, and the product can be new, but the franchise, if the franchise is familiar, it's one, it lowers the intimidation and lowers the bar a little bit on their comfort level. We've used names in the past that we brought back. In 2007, we brought back the Burner, which was a family of products that we used throughout the 1990s, and it was one of our best-selling products for a number of years.
In an industry where manufacturers are constantly creating new gear year after year, these clubs are a refreshing spin on blasts from the past by revitalizing equipment that kick-started their success before they became billion-dollar brands. It's hard to find a 2 or 3 iron in a golf bag these days as hybrids continue to rise in popularity. Woods are also becoming more versatile and easier to hit long and straight. Here are this year's top woods and hybrids. Adams has taken the marketing stance to own the second shot. It's doing this by bringing back the original Tight Lies fairway wood, and that's a huge win for Adams' new owners, TaylorMade. The popular club with the low-profile face has been updated, but its essence remains an easy-to-hit from any lie design. The upside-down club head means more of the club's mass is below the ball of impact, which helps launch the ball higher. On the hybrid side, Adams also brings this year's new XTV hybrid. It's designed with lightweight titanium but fitted to a heavier steel sole, thus lowering the club's center of gravity and making it extremely easy to get the ball airborne. It's also armed with the same cut-through technology as the Tight Lies, which provides good forgiveness on off-center hits. It's also one of the few hybrids that's fully adjustable. TaylorMade's Jet Speed fairway woods incorporate the company's Speed Pocket, one that is more efficient than past models by the brand, and it also has an ultra-high-strength jet steel face. A shallow face and low-profile head with a low and forward center of gravity will make this wood easy to launch and will no doubt get you more distance. If a club with a low profile is your thing, then so might be the X2 Hot by Callaway. It's thinner and lighter than the original X-Hot fairway wood, and new model features a more consistent launch and spin, which leads to longer shots more often. An innovative and versatile sole design makes this wood easier to hit from all sorts of lies. Hybrids offer a ton of versatility, and that's exactly what you'll get with Cobra's Baffler XL Hybrid, as you can hit it from just about anywhere. The line turns 40 years old this year, but just got a bit of a makeover. The main features are still in this club. The weight is low and in the back of the club thanks to 20 grams of tungsten, and the dual rails make it easier to glide the sole and face through any surface. All in all, it's an easy club to hit far and straight. Picking the right combination of hybrids and fairway woods to fit with the rest of your set can be challenging. Hopefully these suggestions set you on the right track. Around the corner, Jason Logan meets with the next generation of golf entrepreneurs looking to introduce their products to the marketplace. A little later, we'll check out the putters for 2014.
Every year at the PGA Merchandise Show, we bring you stories not just about the big boys of golf, but also about those smaller entrepreneurs, those guys who spent the last 4 or 5 years of their lives trying to bring a really cool concept to fruition. And what better way to start this year than the 2014 Product of the Year, the Golf Board.
These are the men behind the Golf Board, an alternative to power carts that's rapidly gaining popularity. It's an electric snowboard lookalike that makes getting to your next shot as much fun as hitting each shot. So, how does it work?
It's really a board. It operates like a surfboard, a snowboard, a skateboard. You lean to turn. We have a stand-up stability bar handle that can be removable, but it's actually controlled via a Bluetooth wireless remote control that we've developed from scratch that's custom designed to give you smooth acceleration, deceleration, which is the key on any sort of standing product.
GULFBOARD sells fleets to clubs, which then rent them out to players just like a regular cart. Riding the four-wheel drive board takes about 3 minutes to master, but once you're set, you'll find the vehicle is extremely fun to use. The bonus? It keeps you standing, walking, and overall more active.
We thought it was going to be an uphill battle with the golf industry, but they've been very open arms, accepting, realizing this is a way to get the 15 to 45-year-olds out, to the golf course and get new golfers to the golf course. So we're very excited for that recognition from the golf industry. We're very pleased with that.
The Golf Board is battle tested and engineered to handle any conditions, including those dreaded cart path only days. But fear not, superintendents, the board weighs substantially less than a loaded golf cart and leaves a fraction of the footprint.
It's four-wheel posi traction, so it doesn't lose, traction even in wet conditions. It's very lightweight in comparison to golf cart. We're 75 pounds, and it has turf tires specifically designed for turf grass. So the superintendents are liking it because there's less maintenance and issues compared to a golf cart.
While the Golf Board is definitely cool, Chill Skins is a product meant to keep you cool. Perfect on those scorching summer days, a Chill Skins towel instantly cools your body temperature to keep you refreshed and focused before every shot. Just soak it once and apply.
We'll be able to take any temperature water, I don't care if it's boiling hot water out of a kettle, from any source, river, stream, pond, bottle, fountain, it doesn't really matter where. Get this wet and give it a wave, we'll be able to keep that somewhere between 16 to 22 degrees colder than where you are all day long with no refrigeration ever.
Like all towels, the product can be reused and is machine washable. I was lucky enough to see the amazing product at work firsthand. It was so cold it made the hairs on my arms stand up. Chill Skins is an invention that counteracts the heat, but I also found a product that uses warmth and sweat to its advantage. The brainchild of RCMP Officer Francis Houle, Blisters is a simple idea designed to guard against, you guessed it, blisters.
It's a ring made out of high tensile silicone which chemically reacts to the body heat. You slide it on wherever you would need tape, band-aid, or even a golf glove. So the ring's going to start molding to your finger as your body generate heat. So that's simple as that. So it molds, perfect fit all the time. It really needs to be a little bit snug so the ring reacts.
An avid golfer himself, Houle came up with the idea after growing frustrated by the same problem experienced by thousands of others. The silicone ring is extremely comfortable, durable, and hardly noticeable. You'll get around 5,000 swings out of it for less than $10. The young entrepreneur has a great product on his hands, literally. But these two Canadian dreamers may be even more impressive than the 28-year-old. They're entering the industry at the ripe old ages of 20 and 21. Quebec's Fred Raymond and Sam Brisson founded off-course apparel company Non-Fairway Golf. And they showed me that making golf fun isn't always about what takes place on the golf course.
Fred, I'll start with you. Tell us a little bit how you came up with the idea and when you came up with the idea.
Well, Non-Fairway Golf is all about the passion for golf, all right? So we saw that there was an opportunity in pro shop to sell different product that could serve that passion for golf. So we came up with the idea of doing off-course apparel, all right? Allowing people to bring their passion with them away from the links. So that's how we created Non-Fairway Golf.
Some of the phrases are pretty cool on all these t-shirts. Are you guys writing all this stuff and coming up with this yourself?
Yeah, we have a lot of idea about that, so we created our own, and we're working with some graphic designers so they can create them on the t-shirt, for example, or on the cap as well.
So just so we're clear, it's non-fairway golf for a reason. It's not the type of stuff you're going to wear while you're golfing, but it's the type of stuff a golfer is going to wear while he's at the bar with his friends, having a beer maybe.
Everyday life, exactly.
I also wanted to ask, just talk about this video that attracted me to Non-Fairway Golf. Just tell us about the video shoot that you had that day at La Tempête.
Yeah, we produced a pretty cool video called We Miss Golf, because in Quebec, in Canada, well, there is a lot of snow and we all miss golf. So we want to create something cool related to the passion of golf, and we came up with that idea, which is pretty cool, and we had a lot of hit on YouTube when we launched it, and yeah, we're really proud of it, and still cool at the golf show.
Cool in the winter, cool in the summer. Yes, Non-Fairway is bringing cool back to the country club, just like all of the products featured here in our annual Dreamer segment. On average, you walk over 8 kilometers in a typical round of golf. So why not keep your feet as comfortable as possible while enjoying the game? With that in mind, let's take a look at this year's most popular shoes. Longtime footwear heavyweight Nike has always been about performance, and that's just what you'll get with its TW14 golf shoes. They offer great comfort without sacrificing an attractive look. The kicks are made of synthetic leather and include a mesh for improved breathability. The sole of the shoe includes a combination of removable spikes and smaller ones built directly into the sole, perfect for on and off the golf course. Also by Nike, the Lunar Control golf shoes are about as comfortable as it gets. This waterproof shoe provides all the support and traction needed for any level of golfer. FootJoy brings you its next advancement in its Dry Joys line. The DNA golf shoe is lightweight, extremely soft, yet very durable. It might even feature the best waterproof protection you can get in a shoe. Its thin, athletic design shapes to the foot and molds to the ankle and heel for ideal support, comfort, and fit. Echo's Biome shoes offer a bit more of a casual look and are known for their comfort. They are sporty, lightweight, water repellent, and enhance stability and balance. The cleats are built into the sole of this shoe and provide excellent grip. The Biomes are also available in a couple different styles and in both spiked and spikeless models. Also taking the casual stance is the Cardiff line by Ashworth. The functionality of a traditional shoe is combined with the comfort of a casual walking shoe. The spikeless sole eliminates weight as the rubber outsole provides full traction. While the uppers of this shoe are mesh and provides breathability, it is backed by a waterproof warranty. Adidas offers its casual look with the Adi Cross 3, which is also spikeless, yet delivers the performance needed on the links. This shoe is engineered to promote neutral movement, which helps reduce fatigue. And lastly from Adidas, the second generation of the popular Adi Zero, the Adi Zero 1. This shoe is even lighter than last year's model and is available in numerous sleek designs. Different from last year is a wider sole for increased comfort and added traction. This shoe will provide you with a glove-like fit and will remain comfortable after a long day on the course. So whether you prefer a casual, sporty, or traditional look, there is a shoe out there that will not only be comfortable on your feet, but also attractive to your eyes.
When we return, we'll take a look at the best putters out there. During a round of golf, you'll use your putter more often than any club, and it's crucial you get one that suits you. Here are some options for 2014. The Spider Blade putter is a new model in the Spider line by TaylorMade and is a heel-toe weighted blade model that is the most stable blade-style putter the company's made. It was created using 11 parts made from 8 different materials. The head is also counterbalanced with a heavy grip that provides great stability, making it resistant to twisting. The Jailbird putter by Odyssey offers a black and white design called Double Versa technology, which is more than just a simple pattern. It's actually a visual alignment aid that helps square up the face of the dress. Coupled with Odyssey's insert that offers great sound, feel, and performance, the Jailbird model is an easy way to sink more putts. Speaking of visual aids, remember 2 circles? Well, according to Cleveland, the Smart Square putter is even easier to align. It features 2 squares on top of the club, and thanks to the principle of dual axis alignment, it helps you get the ball on the proper path. The copolymer face insert provides great feel and sound at impact. Nike's gained traction with its Method putter line and it's released the latest addition to the family, the Method MOD, a premium club that utilizes classic putter designs with modern technology. The putters are weighted to shaft length for great feel, and in the head, the weight is pushed to the heel and toe for maximum forgiveness. The MOD line also features the company's polymer groove technology that lifts the ball up and gets it rolling as soon as possible to ensure a true path to the hole. Another putter that focuses on the roll of the ball is Ping's Scottsdale TR line. The TR in this club's name stands for True Roll, and that's more than just a name. The putter features variable depth grooves that provide better speed consistency on off-center hits. 50-gram weight inside the grip and acts as a counterbalance, which helps deliver a smooth pendulum stroke. Scotty Cameron has designed the Golo Mallet putter with a deep milled face to deliver great sound and feel. We love the stability that comes from the weights in the heel and toe that are matched to the shaft length. The mallet shape helps align the ball and reduce the need to manipulate the face. The Golo comes in 4 different models, which are all available in different sizes and neck styles. To finish off our putter segment, we take a look at another tailor-made putter. The Ghost Spider S is one of its most stable putters. The tour-designed crown flows smoothly into the frame, and a single white center line promotes focus and accurate aim and stroke awareness.
After this break, we'll wrap up another episode of Score Golf. Week Speaks brought to you by Bushnell, the undisputed #1 laser rangefinder in professional golf. Every year, the golf equipment companies come out with the latest and greatest that's guaranteed to hit the ball longer, hit the ball straighter, and get it into the hole in fewer shots. Of course, that's what they claim. And for us, as the regular players out there, well, you know, it's up to us to actually take those clubs and make them work. What does that mean? Well, it means you have to get the clubs fit when you buy them. That's going to make them work the best that they possibly can. But before you even put down your money, you should do a little investigation to make sure what you're buying is going to be suited to your game. You need to talk to your PGA of Canada professional. You need to go onto websites, look at the material, look at the information, and get yourself dialed in so that what you buy is actually going to help you enjoy the game more. It's a very simple equation. Golf clubs can be a little bit expensive, so make sure you take your time and get what's right for your game. That's it for this time on Score Golf. Don't forget, you can go to our website at scoregolf.com and get lots more information about a lot of the new equipment that you've seen on our show today. And we'll see you next time right here on Score Golf. Check out Score Golf on all the major social media networks the next time you're looking for a Canadian golf course fix. Score Golf is brought to you by Molson Canadian 67, the official beer of the PGA of Canada and the RBC Canadian Open. Brought to you by RBC, proud sponsor of the RBC Canadian Open and amateur golf in Canada. Clothing provided by Ashworth. All we do is golf.